It seemed to just happen. At some point in life, we go out there looking to fall in love. We crave for it. And once we get older, love becomes more complex and confusing. How is that? We fall in love and we fall out of it. Is what we have, is it love, or was it love anyway? This is a chart called Hierarchy of Needs. It's created by the renowned psychologist Abraham Maslow. So what it is, a hierarchy of needs? Maslow has conducts the research and categorized the human consciousness into the 7 categories. The first categories go for the biological and physiological needs. We have a design for the basic needs. We need the food, we need waters, we need air, and we need sex, the basics. So let's move on to the next ones. So it's a safety needs. So we have a need for the safety, securities, and stabilities. You finish school, you go out there looking for jobs. Once you have a job, you want to rent a house or own a home so you can feel more secure in life. So once you're skilled in life, what you're going to do is looking for belonging and love needs. So basically, love and partners is your rewards for long, hard-earned to acquire your desires. So at that point, you feel that your life is complete. You don't need more or less. Just you and me in this humble space and make you happy. Most of us will go into this cycle of 1, 2, and 3. Getting a job, having a house, and boom, baby to love. And that would make us happy for a couple of years. And then some of us will go into this cycle, 3 to 4 more rounds, getting the better jobs, better paid, moving to a bigger homes, and boom, a few more babies, right? So let's move on to the next one. This is more complicated when we get into the esteem needs. So what is esteem needs? There are 2 levels of the esteem needs. This one is a need for the competence and accomplishment. And the second one is the needs for the respect from the others. So at this point, we'll start to question ourselves, is this what we want? This big house, this like many cars and like many kids, is this what we want? And we start to question our partner, is this not what you want? I thought this is what you said that you want. And why you don't want this anymore? Life getting very complex at this stage, right? Because it's like, basically, when we move on to the cognitive needs. So it's a needs for, no, I'm so sorry. I'll go back to that topic. I really like this topic about the esteem needs because it's like most of us, it would be easy for us to measure our success by how many kids we have. But in our societies, we measure our success by how big is our homes, how many cars you have, what grade your children is, what kind of college, what college you get accepted into. How many like and following like you have in your social media, that's why life is complex. And then we'll move on to the next one, is cognitive needs. So we have a need for the creativities, curiosities, and what is meanings of life. So most of us have the same needs to love our kids, but we never gonna agree upon what is the definitions of what the meaningful life. So let's move on to the next level, aesthetic needs. This is a needs that explain as the beautifying one life. Some of us will find it's beautiful to traveling and exploring the world, and some of us will find it's beautiful just to be chill and just stay at home, be calm and reading a best books today. That's it. So Maslow says is there are no ends for our desire and complaint. So I am really admiring a couple that stay together until this stage, because and still find that life is beautiful. Because think about it, that the whole life I have to try to acquire my needs, and also try to learn that what my partner wants and they need, and we both have to try to compromise and satisfy each other until this day. So the life is not beautiful anymore. Most of people, that's what I think. So the next stage is the top of the hierarchy, self-actualization. This is explained as what a person can be, a person must be. Imagine yourself stand on top of the mountain. You have achieved everything you ever dream of. You have plenty of money and asset. You are renowned, successful in your career. You have traveling the whole world. You have tasted the best wine and restaurant in this world. You have seen the ugliness and happiness in this world. What else you need? It seems like you have nothing else you need anymore. You possibly stand on top of these mountains and look around and say, I am happy, but I'm alone. But it's okay, I'm happy. It's a state where you take pleasure in your life despite of your sad, disappointments, pains. It's a state you have to make a peace for your endless desires. Sorry. So, So our never-ending desires are hidden deep inside our DNA. They are the driving force, the engine that runs our life. Without aware of it, we have been driven to gratify one need, to another need, to another need, to no ends. So come back to my topic today, how that we confuse the quest to fulfill our desire with love. Let's think about it. When we're young, we're looking out there to find a person, a friend, or the partner that can help us achieve our basic needs or whatever need we want. And once we grow older, gratify our needs further to the higher ups. If our partner cannot be gratified and cannot be satisfied our need, then we fall out of love. How can we fall out of love? Or we don't even know how to love yet. So what causes us for being loved and not love yourself? Let's go back to the Maslow chart. So our design is not all just consuming, but it's all about self. As mostly we are unaware of it, it can take us to the extremes, selfishness and egotisticals, that we're not even noticing it. Just like this recent case, Johnny Depp and Amber Heard, right? How can couple loving each other so much turn themselves to fight that bad? How it is that the higher you becomes on this design, the more self-centered you become. The more self-centered you become, the less capable of love other you are. The more egotistical you become, the less empathy and compassion you become. Absence from your basic needs, such food, securities, and love, where you depend upon others. To the upper level of the esteem needs, the cognitive, aesthetic, and so on. You are also spiraling inward into ourselves. The nature of the higher forms of aspiration can take us away from others upon whom we have depended to fulfill former more basic needs. The higher you are in the hierarchy, the more alone and perhaps alienated. The world turned into the lonely place, void of belonging and love. Despite your actualizing your potentials and achieving your dream of success, oh no, you have trampled down the need pyramids. Now question is, since we find out self is our main love affair, what can we do about it? Can mankind who live with this self for billion generations be able to love? Can we love now? So back to the Maslow chart again. Later on in his life, he have added on the level 8, Transcendence. So what he said the Transcendence, he refer the very highest and most inclusive or holistic level of human consciousness, behaving and relating as end rather than means, to oneself, to significant others, to human being in general, to other species, to nature, and to the cosmos. So Maslow also distinguished the transcending self-actualizer to the rest of self-actualizer. The self-actualizer who break through the level 7 to the level 8 transcendence have reached the realizations of the spiritual awakening and the liberation from the egocentricities. Transcendence is a deep, complex subject that cannot be understood in these 15-minute talks. It's a major topic that most spiritual tradition seeks to master. So I would say reaching the 8th state of transcendence is not easy. However, it was a break-free experience. That moment that my mind is conscious about the existence of this 8th level and immersing myself into this subject of transcendence is such an awakening experience to me. The idea of the ego self, the harsh inner critiques that always judging myself, that always pushing myself down, beating myself up for the invisible experience, the invisible imperfection. The ego who hold on to my need and have a difficult time to love myself and love others is very laughable when I let go of it. I can see things more clearly and more objectively. And I have to say congratulations for all of you who are here today with me. You have awakened to the seeds of the expansive love and compassion, and will now be ready to blossom to others surrounding you. Once you let go of your needy self and the universe start to open your mind to see the interconnectedness, the world is not just all about you and me, but it's all about we are all one universal loving kindness that connect us together. The needy selves always say it's okay to bomb other countries to protect our people, our own people. The self think of the winning. But the real winners is always look to the mind that move up to the higher stream of transcendence. With that being said, let's all take a pause a little bit. It's such a really, it's like if you go through this chart, it's like 100 years of life, right? You feel like you go through the stage, like one stage to another stage. So let us take a pause a little bit and do some mind exercise with me. So please close your eyes. Breathe in deeply and breathe out slowly. Breathe in and be aware of our physical bodies. And breathe out. And let go of our clouded emotions and egos. Let go of our needy selves and let imagine. You are a soul connected to a billion galaxies. In this moment, we transcend our souls to share a timeless and universal connection with love. Breathe in and please open your eyes. I hope you feel the love and energies that surrounding us in this room now. A loving soul that attracts other loving souls. And call for all compassions, people who are awakened to nourish the world together with more love and kindness. We can simply create the beautiful world by transcendence, revealing the facts and the knowledge of non-self and the oneness of all. Hence, love and compassion blossoms. In contrast, a self-centered person connect with the self-centered persons, and together they create the pain and suffering to the people surrounding them, and atrocity to the world. Now you know that the goal in life is not just to pursue one need to another need to no ends. But the goal in life is to grow and develop yourself and your mind and others surrounding you. To understand that the growth is to move up from 1 to 3, but that doesn't matter in this level. It's not matters. Everything is matter here. But you know that there are always something else and something else and something else. Let's help each other to grow into the state of the highest esteem of transcendence. To love, to develop that from selfish to non-self, and to focus on yourself rather than others. Remember, do not let your ego eclipse love. Thank you. Thank you.